Trump just threatened to send now multiple branches of the military to U.S. cities against their will. Because yesterday, Trump delivered an hour-long rambling speech before U.S. troops in Japan, during which he spent a lot of time bragging about his achievements. And at one point, he was discussing all the cities that he thinks are crime-ridden and how his deployment of the National Guard in those places has made them perfect crime-free utopias, with him then going on to say,
people don't care. If we send in our military, if we send in our National Guard, if we send in Space Command, they don't care who the hell it is. They just want to be safe. We have cities that are troubled. We can't have cities that are troubled. And we're sending in our National Guard. And if we need more than the National Guard, we'll send more than the National Guard, because we're going to have safe cities. We're not going to have people killed in our cities. And whether people like that or not, that's what we're doing.
Now, with that, Trump did not elaborate, but when questioned about his comments during a press gaggle on Air Force One today, we saw this.
What did you mean last night when you said you were prepared to send more than the National Guard into American cities?
Sure, I would do that if it was necessary. You know, if it was necessary to do that, but it hasn't been necessary. We're doing a great job without that. It was necessary. As you know, I'm allowed to do that.
Do you need other branches of the military you would send in, or
Who are you with?
the New York Times?
That's very good. Very good. Well, if you write it correctly, I'll give you the answer. But, you know, I want to enact a certain act. I'm allowed to do it routinely, and whether about 50% of presidents have used that, as you know, and I'd be allowed to do whatever I want. But we haven't chosen to do that because we're doing very well without it. But I'd be allowed to do that, you understand? And the courts wouldn't get involved, nobody would get involved, and I could send the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, I could send anybody I wanted.
I'm sorry I let him talk to you unattended for so long. So, a few things to break down. So first of all, the act that he's referencing appears to be the Insurrection Act, right? It's that centuries-old statute that allows the president to deploy active duty troops for civil policing purposes when there is a rebellion or widespread public unrest. And specifically, the act allows the president to send in those troops when a state government requests it, or if the president declares that the unrest is obstructing the enforcement of federal law. And if you've watched the show or you've paid attention to the news, you're familiar at this point. Trump has floated this idea over and over again. But, very key thing, he is wrong or lying or was lied to and is just regurgitating that this is something that's been routinely used by about 50% of presidents. In all of our history, it's been used by just 17 presidents, so you're talking about 37%, but also, the act has only been invoked 30 times, so it's not common, especially in modern times. In fact, it's only been used 3 times in the last half a century. And the last time it was used at all was more than 30 years ago during the Rodney King riots. Right, so if Trump did decide to pull the trigger, it would be absolutely massive, especially because countless legal experts and leaders in the cities that Trump has targeted all agree that there is nothing actually going down right now that's even close to the level of public unrest that is historically used to justify invoking the act. But for now, we're gonna have to see what Trump does, right? Does he follow through on this threat, or is he just saying stuff because he wants to intimidate and threaten?